Hello, everyone. Whew. Happy Monday. Hope everyone is doing well out there, or as well as can be. Whew. Um, and with that thought of, I know we've been talking a lot about the Schumanns, and Mercury has finally gone direct, so yay. Um, and all of those other things. And I was recently at an event where we were talking about breath work. And and it's been a little bit since I've had to teach anybody about breathing and breathing down into their bellies. Because so many of the ladies at this event all wanted to breathe into their chests. That's just where they're used to it. That's how they're used to breathing. And if you have a muscle that you keep like this all the time, to straighten it out and get it to work in different ways, it takes some practice. And so the same thing goes for breathing. We breathe every day, all day long, right? Or sometimes we do hold our breaths, but breathing is just one of those things we don't think about. And the way that we breathe can actually keep us in fight or flight or put us in fight or flight. Some of you have heard Eric and I tell the story about how we got into breath work. And at the time, he was working a desk job, and he was having a lot of anxiety. He was having a lot of panic attacks, which we didn't know were panic attacks at the time. In the beginning, we had spent many times debating on whether or not to go to the hospital because he was afraid he was having heart problems. And after all the tests and everything else, it was diagnosed as panic attacks, anxiety, those kinds of things. And fortunately, we had a friend that had lived down the street from us who had severe panic attacks. And you would be talking to her, and all of a sudden, she'd just close her eyes, she'd put her finger up, and she would just breathe. And so it was something that we thought was very interesting. And this has been almost, 15, 20 years ago. So even maybe before we started getting into all of the energy work and things, and we weren't something that we were used to yet. So, with all of that being said, as I said, he was doing a desk job and he was at his computer, so he was slumped over all day long. And that's what was causing his panic attacks, because he couldn't get a good, deep breath. So, a very interesting concept for us, and that's what really got us interested in doing breath work. And because we started looking into it and realized that a lot of people don't breathe right. Just the way we are in the Western world. It's our posture, it's being slumped over the computer with our phones in front of us, and we don't sit nice. And then our lungs can't take that nice deep breath, the diaphragm can't be pushed down, and we end up breathing all up here in our chest. And our bodies go, oh my goodness, we're breathing shallow, we must be in trouble, fight or flight, let's go. Which is not the case most of the time. So if you put a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly, and we're just going to take a couple of breaths, try not to change them at all, just witnessing how you breathe. Okay? And are you breathing really shallow into the chest? Are your shoulders moving? Is your chest moving? Or are you breathing way down into the belly? The belly's blowing up like a nice balloon, nice and even, and then deflating again. and just witnessing, just observing. Don't change it yet, because this is really important. Okay? So just sitting here in this moment, what do you think? Is it shallow, deep breaths? Whew. Or is it that nice deep breath? And I know we've talked about breath throughout some of our other videos, but just wanted to bring it back to this again. And if you missed any of those other videos, find us on YouTube. All of them are there. But the reason that this works is because underneath the diaphragm, and that's why we need to take those nice deep breaths, is because we want to stimulate this vagus nerve. Okay? And when you breathe down, push the diaphragm down, that's what stimulates it. And when that's stimulated, it tells our brains, our bodies, hey, everything's good. We can rest, we can digest, we can rejuvenate. And that's really what we want. We want our food to be all digested. We want our cells to be able to rejuvenate, our bodies to rejuvenate. Because I know when we've been running all day, and we get home and we're like, whew, that was a long day, that was a busy day. Right? So if we turn that down, bring it down into the belly and back up. And even if we just take a couple of nice deep breaths, right? So, what do we tell kiddos when they're hurt or they're upset and they're so upset they can't get, they're just, what do we say? Slow down, bring that, take a nice deep breath, and they calm down. During labor, pregnancy, we're taught about breathing and breathing techniques. Why? Because it helps reduce pain. So why don't we use these every day? Yeah, one more story, because I love the story. A couple of years ago, my niece was just starting to learn how to be a pitcher in softball. And she was up against this team. That was a pretty tough team. And again, I mean, like, this is maybe her second or third game pitching. And she was getting herself all worked up. And we had been talking about breathing, and I was like, hey, take that breath. And so she did. And man, strike, 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 right? 3 in a row. And then she was up batting. And she's a slugger. She's really good. And again, this pitcher was a little wild and hard. She threw very fast. And so again, all right, take that breath. Sarah, take the breath. I'm like, oh, that ball is going to be gone. And sure enough, she smacked it way out into the outfield. So, yeah. So when we're feeling upset, when we're feeling anxious, stopping, giving ourselves permission to take in a couple of nice deep breaths can completely change our whole outlook on things. And we kind of do it naturally too. I was thinking about times I've gotten up in front of people and, okay, I got this, right? Shake all the nerves out of the hands, take those deep breaths. Whew. So, being more mindful of it is just what I'm talking about. All right. So, we're going to do, and I can't remember if we've done the square breathing or not. I was trying to look, and I didn't see where we had. So that's what we're going to do today. We'll start with the square breathing, and then we'll go into some different breath. Okay. that can help us relax, can help us release, come back into rest and digest. Okay. All right. So with the world as it is, go ahead and I want you to breathe down into the body. Excuse me. Breathe out anything that is heavy. Blow it into the stick. Good. Do it again. Good. One more time. Good. All right, we're going to stick that in the fire to transmute, transform all of those heavy energies. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the lessons, for all the wisdom, all the knowledge. Let's not hold that in our bodies anymore. And just allow all that heaviness. And check in. You know, today I can really feel it on my heart, which is interesting. Ooh. Okay. So any sneezes, yawns, burps, coughs, you know, all of that is all release. So letting that energy go. Okay. Good, nice slow burn today. There we go. All right. And you can take in that energy from the flame. Remember this one time, this was a tree that brought in all the sunlight. Okay. And just bringing that in to any and all of the chakras that you may need it in. Okay. Sorry, let me get situated here. All right. Okay, so square breathing, or black breathing, I've heard it called. But essentially, you're breathing in 4, holding 4, exhaling 4, and holding empty 4. Okay, I'll do the counting, so don't worry about it. Well, I've got the drum today to help keep us in rhythm and time. Drums have historically been used because they help lower our heartbeats, bring all of that down, and they have a good vibration to them too. I'm actually using Eric's today, so it's got a little different sound to it today. So also by focusing on this breath, it helps us slow down. It helps keep our mind here or in the breath, so it's not jibber jabbering so much, so mindless, right? And it also slows down our respiratory. So it brings it down to maybe 3 or 4 per minute instead of 12 and 16 that we can normally be at. So it's really important. You can use this one at any time. I love teaching the kiddos about it, or adults, or anyone else. Okay, so we'll start with that one, and then I'll let you know. We'll change to that 4-8 breath. So we'll breathe in 4, hold it for just a couple of moments, and then exhale it 8. Okay, so when we breathe in and then we breathe out longer, deeper, that also really stimulates that rest and digest. So what we're really doing today is turning off the fight or flight. I don't know about you. You see a lot of people in fight or flight on the roads. People that are getting really agitated, they're driving recklessly. That's all fight or flight. Okay, they got some story in their head that they're trying to run from, or they just got to be somewhere now and they can't pause. Okay, so first things first, if you can bring your left hand to your heart, right hand to the belly. And what this does is bring that heart energy down and around to the belly. I know we've done this before. But this is really giving us that permission to stop, to rest, to relax. Telling the body it's okay. When we're in meditations, I always say, give yourself permission to rest, to relax, to go within. Because sometimes we forget that, right? We're going through our day, we're busy, and then we sit and we try and meditate, and then we're like, it doesn't work. Well, that's because we forgot to prepare. Okay, in this moment, I am going to relax. You have permission. Good. All right, so we're just going to do a nice slow breath, slow count. Okay. So clear your breath, breathing in and out. Good. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, hold, exhale, hold, breathe in, hold, exhale, and hold. 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 Good. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. 8. Good. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. 8. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. 8. One. Good. On your own now. Inhale. Ooh. One more round. Good. Good. Breathe in and out. The thunder has decided to join us in the rain. And in this moment of spending about 5 minutes breathing, slowing it down, focusing on the breath, the drum, how do you feel? Do you feel calmer? Has your respiratory rate slowed down? Has your heart rate slowed down? Do you just feel calmer overall? I was talking in yoga this morning about how we have these small moments where we now know what it feels like to be calmer, more restful, so that when we come out of these moments, or we're in stressful moments, that we can close our eyes if it's safe. Listen to the thunder overhead. I don't know if you can hear it or not. And just bring ourselves back to this moment. using these tools when we're feeling fight or flight, when we're feeling stressed out, when we're feeling overwhelmed. And whether it is raining where you are or not, take a couple of moments and just imagine or visualize the rain falling overhead, the thunder, rattling things up like the drum, shaking up all those old heavy energies and letting the rain just wash them away. Good. And so this weekend, I was helping Eric do a job. And it's a house I've been to before, and I actually help him weed out the garden previously. And there was a lot of triggers came up because somebody else had helped us at another time. And I didn't realize I was still holding on to those triggers from that last time. So they kept coming up, and they kept coming up. And I would catch myself going down that rabbit hole. And I'd breathe. And I'd remind myself, I bless and release all that doesn't bring me peace. And I keep breathing. And I was in gratitude, because again, I didn't realize I was still holding on to that. And to have that moment to be reminded, to be able to feel that in my body. Where was I holding it onto? Mostly my hands. I was holding very tight onto that. And so to remember to open my hands, release that, let it go. I bless and release all that doesn't bring me peace. And I wish that other person well. And I hope that they find happiness. Metta, right? When we do the meditation or blessing, again, go back to YouTube. Find that metta video, or the video about metta. And again, that's one of those tools we can use. It's like forgiveness. That it may be directed towards the person, but it's really for us. And so breathing, releasing, letting go. Whew. Makes our lives a little easier. So if you still have a lot of triggers that are coming up, because we still have plenty of planets in retrograde,